Hey, so I know I haven't made one of these videos in a while, but today what I'm going to do is a recent clothing purchases and yeah. Hey, so I know I haven't made one of these whole videos in a while, so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a accumulated clothing items over the past couple of months since my last haul, because I know I haven't really done some of these. And so I'll just quickly begin and I'll just show you the things that I've recently purchased, and I'll just let you know where I purchased them from and how much I purchased them from, just because I get a lot of questions asking about what my style is and where I purchase my clothes and everything. And so I don't really have any store, or I don't really have a style either which I particularly shop at. I just like to go to various different stores and everything, but if I had to pinpoint my style, it would probably be a mix between vintage and girly and that type of thing, because I'm very much into vintage, and so that's what I usually wear to uni. But yes, I'll quickly show you guys, and so it's just going to be different like a whole load of different types of clothing into this video. And so first I'll start with shoes, and so all of you know that I am in love with flats. They're like my favorite things to wear, and so I always like to buy different pairs of flats. And so I've bought a couple over the past couple of weeks, and so the first one are these, it's kind of like a pinky tangerine, maybe a little bit colour, and so they're ruby flats, and so I purchased these from the store Ruby, I'm pretty sure, and you can also purchase these from Cotton On, and so these were only $10, and so I love them, but I haven't really broken into them yet. So broken into means just so that they stretch a little bit, because these are quite tight on my feet, so I'm going to have to stretch them up before I start wearing them. But I was doing that today. And so the second ones, which I also purchased, and these ones I got from Cotton On, so these ones are also ruby. And so I'm a size 6, which is a size 36. And so these are nautical stripes, so blue and white stripes, and so sailor and nautical stripes are very much in fashion at the moment. And so I was absolutely in love with these, and so I got these for only $5. Yay! And so these were from Cotton On Body, and I purchased these ones from Sydney, because when I was in Sydney for my holiday, I went and purchased these ones, and so it was in the city. So if any of you guys live in Sydney, so that's where I got those ones from. And then I also got these ones. These are from Novo, and so they're just a really cute kind of like a vintage inspired feel, and so I really like these ones. And these ones were only $15, I think, so they weren't too expensive, especially for Novo, because that's quite an expensive brand. And so I really like those ones. And then now on to different clothing items. And so I purchased this, and it's of Audrey Hepburn in Breakfast at Tiffany's, which I'm sure you all know why it relates to me, Holly Go Lightly. And so that's why I absolutely love this t-shirt. And so it's just for casual wear, I guess, for even sleep, I guess. And I probably will wear it maybe once or twice to uni. And so I really like that shirt. And that was only $3, and so that was from in Sydney in Darling Harbour, and it was just in a store just around the Darling Harbour shops, and so that was really cool. And then this one I also purchased while I was in Sydney. And so this is a ballerina tutu dress, and so I've been looking for one of these for ages, and so I finally found one, and so I hope you can see that. And so it's just got a little bit of studded detail at the waist, and then it's got the ballerina tutu meshy material on the bottom, and then it's just kind of a scoop singlet. And so I purchased this one from Cotton On, and I'm pretty sure it was for around $20, I think it was, so that was really good. And I think it was down from like 30. And so I also purchased this from Sydney, but this one was from, oh yeah, Darling Harbour in the Cotton On store that they have there. And so, but there was only one of them, that's why it was on, I think, just a discounted rack or something, and so that's where I got that one from. And then this one I was wearing in my last video, and I know I got a lot of comments and questions about it. And so this one is from, actually, I said it was from Valley Girl to a lot of people, but it's actually from Tempt. But Valley Girl and Tempt, I think, are owned by the same company, because they have a lot of similar clothing stores. If you live in Australia, you'd probably get what I mean. It's it's a very, I think it's just the same clothing store but under different names. And so I got this one from Tent, and so this one was only $6.95, so that was on sale. But I'm pretty sure all these type of dresses are on sale at the moment because they were past season stock, which was just summer, because now it's going into spring. No. Yeah, spring. And so that's just kind of like a singlet t-shirt dress with a rah-rah skirt or layered skirt, floral print. And it's really cute, and I just find it's really comfortable as well, especially for summer. And I mean, for $6.95 you can't go wrong. And then this one's going a little bit into my vintage scene. And so this I got from a vintage store. And so vintage, what it really means is that you're purchasing clothing items that were popular back in the 1940s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s. And so this one is quite an oldish one, but I absolutely love it. And it's a little bit too big for me, but I'm just thinking as like a crop t-shirt or something. And so I could probably fix the sleeves to be a little bit smaller. I love the little bow detail. It just looks really cute, but it's really long, so I'm going to have to snip it, but I'm thinking just as like a t-shirt or something like that. And so we'll see what that happens with that one. I'll show you guys what happens with that one if you guys are interested to see what I do with it. And then also with shoes, I got some, they're just kind of Roman sandals, I guess, gladiator sandals. I like the detailing on the back, I think it's really cute. And so these ones are actually from Kmart. And so these ones were only $6, and so I think that's a really good price. And so they kind of just do up like that. They're really comfortable, and I mean, for just around uni, they're perfect, so I'm not complaining. And then this one is a top from Supre, because if you've been watching TV, Supre said that they're having like a $5 sale. Even though I went there and there wasn't too much on sale, actually this was the only item I bought. And the only reason I bought this item was because my mum also liked it, so I think we're going to share this item. And so, but it didn't really have too many great things. Let me know if you guys like Supre, because I'm a little bit iffy on the clothes there. But, so it's just kind of like an oversized blue zebra print top, and so I mean with leggings it would look really cute. And also to the person who requested a video on how to wear leggings and flats and everything, that will be coming up. But this is what I do wear with my leggings. I always wear an oversized t-shirt just so that you can cover till about underneath, to about your thighs, just so that not too much is really revealing, because I know leggings can be quite tight and, you know, they're not exactly jeans, if you know what I mean. So that's how I fix that problem. So it's always like oversized t-shirts, tank tops, just anything oversized. And so, but I also do wear it with t-shirts sometimes, and so this is what I also purchased in Sydney. This was actually my favourite t-shirt, and it has been for quite a while. And it's just a normal red, white striped t-shirt, and so I just love this just because it has a Parisian feel. I feel like I'm in Paris when I wear it, and just because it's nautical, it's in fashion, and it's really like, what's the word? I just feel very comfortable in it. It's a very comfortable t-shirt. And so I love this t-shirt. It was from Supre. And this one was from Sydney in the markets. I forgot what they're called, but it's right next to Chinatown. And so it's just those markets there. And so I got this one for only $5. And the sleeve even does a little puff, so it kind of looks like a shoulder pad, but not really a shoulder pad. So I think that's a very cute little addition to the top, and it was only $5. And so then the last two items are my leotards, and so I absolutely love leotards. I am the biggest fan of leotards. I love, 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 love them. And so I purchased these are both from Cotton On Body, and these were only not Cotton On, Cotton On, they're from Cotton On, and these were only $10. And so it's just a nautical striped black and white, and it has the most beautiful little frill detail at the front. And so I love wearing these with denim shorts or skirts and that type of flowy skirts, but not tight skirts and not leggings, because I just find that you have to have some bit of covering because these are very tight, so you need something that's either a thicky material just to kind of counteract the tightness of your leotards. And so I also purchased one in a nice vintagey film material with a lace. And so this is the second one.